Okay, we're gonna go ahead and show y'all how to do a custom heat transfer using Photoshop CS4. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and open up Photoshop. We already have the reference already done. I kind of did the graphic already ahead of time, so you guys can kind of like see what it's going to look like. And then now I'm going to take the time to be able to break it down step by step, so you can get a great idea of how to do custom photo heat transfers in Photoshop. The first thing you want to do is go to File, go to New. You want to open up a new page. Let's go ahead and call this Pimp C transfer. Great. Now the next thing you want to do is make sure that the size is right. You want to make sure it's US paper, which is 8.5 by 11, resolution 300, color mode RGB, and then click OK. Now one thing that's beautiful about Photoshop, it opens it up and you can be able to grab the doc and put it right next to the other graphic. So this is our reference and this is our blank sheet. Now the first thing I want to go ahead and do is get a concept together. So if you're doing a rest in peace shirt for a customer, if you're doing it for a rapper, if you're doing it for any kind of situation, you want to have a basic outline in your head of some of the things you want to put in this transfer. Pimp C died a couple years ago. Rapper from Houston, was a street rapper. So what we did is we added some elements like the street in the background, some fence. The name of the group was UGK Underground King. So we took the logo, added the logo in there, took a vector image of him, put him in there, Pimp C Forever. And then some wings, some clouds to indicate heaven, and then we took a couple other photos of him and also added into the graphic. Now also one of the things that you want to realize is that we basically did a lot of the hard work for you. We actually have a CD out, a clip art CD, urban clip art collection 2, that has a lot of graphics that I'm using in here already camera ready that you can go ahead and open up in Photoshop. So we're going to kind of work off that CD today when building this graphic. The first thing you want to do, we went ahead and open up our page, 8.5 by 11. Let's go ahead and start with a background. In the background, we're going to start off with our other clouds. So you want to go to File, you want to go to Open. We've got the Urban Clip Art Collection series open. Let's go ahead and click on Sky 1. Click on Open. So basically that opened up a brand new graphic in a different dock. So you can just grab that dock, move it to the side, and go ahead and grab your graphic. You can kind of just move it around wherever you want it to do. Now we're going to go ahead and move it around to our blank page. Perfect. We can go ahead and close this out. Now if you notice, there's another box that appeared, and this is your layer box. This shows all the different layers that contribute to your graphic. So we got the clouds in there. Let's go ahead and kind of move it up a little bit. Make it a little bit bigger. Alright, the next thing I want to do is go ahead and import one of the faces of Pimp C. We're going to go ahead and import Pimp C 2. Again, File, Open, Pimp C 2. Again, it'll open up in this. Alright, there we go. We got the graphic. Go ahead and let's move this over. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go ahead and grab our graphic and bring it over top of the clouds. Let's go ahead and close this one out. Once we're done with that, it's going to ask you if you want to save it. If you want to save it, you can save it, but if not, you already have it on the CD. Alright, so we got the image of Pimp C, the first image. We're going to go ahead and fade into the clouds. So let's bring this image up a little bit. Let's say about there. And what I want to do with with this specific image right here is I want to drop the opacity down to about, let's say, 78%. About right there. And this will give me a nice a light image of him in the background with the clouds over top of it. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is import the other image of Pimp C, which would be um, Pimp C 1. Again, File, Open. Open it up underneath the Urban Clip Art Collection Series 2. Pimp C 1. Okay, we have our graphic. It opened up. We're going to go ahead and grab it again. Move it over to our transfer page. Let's go ahead and close this out so we can get an idea of where it sits. Great. We're going to go ahead and sit it, let's say about right there. Now if you notice that the clouds are a little different, the position of the clouds are a little different. So what we can do is go back into the clouds and just kind of move them over a little bit. And all you do is just go into your layer folder, click on the layer, which is Sky 1, and you got two different ways you can do it. Auto select, just basically select the image that you click on. So let's take off auto select, click on sky again, and let's move the sky over to about right there. Perfect. Alright, so we got the first couple images, Pimp C 1, Pimp C 2, and then we also have the Sky 1 in the background. The next thing we want to go ahead and do is add the background clouds. Again, File, Open, Background Clouds. Okay, there we go. So we can move it off the dock a little bit, and you really can't see it because it's super transparent. But once you add the actual the background clouds on top of a darker image, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So let's grab that and pull that over. Close this one out. Now if you notice the background clouds, you really can't see it. And the reason is because if you look in your layer box, it shows the Pimp C1, which is this one right here. It shows Pimp C2, which is the one with the glasses, and the back clouds. Okay, we got the background clouds added. The next thing we want to go ahead and do is add the forever artwork, which is the logo of Pimp C, the vector-based graphic. I want to go ahead and go to open again. And everything that's in the Urban Clip Art collection is all high resolution Photoshop documents. Everything is already pre-cut out for you. All you have to do is just import it in. And we're looking for, yep, PMC Forever. Let's go ahead and open that up. Okay. Drag and drop. Okay, let's go ahead and close this one out. All right. Now I want to go ahead and put that logo over top of everything. There we go. All right. The next thing we want to do is at the bottom is add this street. Like we were saying, UGK, Pimp C, they were gangster rappers. So we went ahead and added some street scenes and make it a little bit more urban. So let's go ahead and add the bottom of that. Again, file, open. Let it be street. And as you can see, it might take a little bit for the graphics to open. Like I said, they're high quality Photoshop documents, so the resolution is pretty high on them. So we got the graphic. Let's drag and drop again. Close out that. Position it where we want it. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the background. There we go. All right. So we got all of our background images done. We got the foreground, the forever. We got the Pimp C 1, Pimp C 2 in the background. Now what we want to do is just use different graphics and different images and effects to kind of bring everything together. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and add the wings, the angel wings. And I just thought, it'd be a great added a graphic to it just to kind of add the angel wings. So, all right, let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit. Now, what I did do on the wings and song, if you notice, I do have it the image highlighted, selected in a layers box. Now, if you double click on it, it'll give you another box that's a layer style, and you can you can add different graphical styles to your layer. So for instance, I did an outer glow, and you can see how I can click on and click the outer glow on and off. And you got textures, you got color overlays, gradient overlays. So if you get some time in Photoshop, you might just want to double click on a layer and kind of play with some of these effects. Go ahead and close it out. All right, so we got our wings and everything in. The next thing we want to go ahead and do is add the fence. That'll be that fence in the background, just to kind of add another element to it. Again, we went to open, grab our fence graphic. Okay, let's move it over and grab our graphics and drag and drop. Close this down. Alright, so we got our fence. Now it's coming along pretty well. Let's go ahead and move our fence behind the wings, right over top of the street. Perfect. The next thing I want to go ahead and do is add the UGK logo. This logo kind of like took a while to kind of render and everything, but like I said, I did a hard work for you already, guys. Just I'm gonna go ahead and go to the CD again. Open UGK logo. Camera ready. Okay. So we got that logo in. Same thing. Drag it and drop it. Let's go ahead and bring it over. Close this down so we can get a good view of our reference. And the logo needs to sit right over top of, right on top of everything. Let's go ahead and move that up. Perfect. Great. Move it up a little bit. And depending on, what I like to do is a couple times I'll save different versions. For two. Alright, so we got everything saved. We got all the placement of all the graphics. If you want to move things around a little bit, you can move them around. Like I said, all of the different images are able to be edited in Photoshop. Everything is already cut out. No backgrounds. Just drag and drop, as you can see. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and add some text. If you see, I do have the word Pimp C over top, so I'm going to show you how you add some text in Photoshop. What you want to do is go to your text tool, click on that, and just click on the image. Now here you have the size of it. Let's go ahead and make it 16.36 now. Let's make it 18. This is the color right here. You can choose any color. We're going to go ahead and leave it at white. So, and let's make it a little bit bigger. Say 36. And we're going to go ahead and type in the words Pimp C. P-I-M-P-C. I'm going to grab this right over top of it. Looks like I have a small error. And if you have any problems or anything with the text, all you do is double click on it. It'll highlight it. Take your cursor, delete whatever you need to delete. Now we can change the text. You double click on the text, and I have literally thousands of texts. We can go up if we want. I kind of like that cursive style. We can go ahead and switch it up a little bit though from the original artwork. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and arch my text. So what I do again is I double click on it. They have an arch button right here. You just click on that. Go to style, go to arch. And it has just the different angles that you can arch it. Horizontal, vertical, and so on. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. Great. I can work with that. Let's bring it down a little bit. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and add a stroke and an outer glow. And I do that again by double clicking on the graphic. and the layer style opens up where I can add different effects. Let's go ahead and add a stroke on it, and I want the stroke to be the same color, burgundy, about right there, and that's perfect. The next thing I want to do is just add an outer glow. So I will click on the outer glow tool, select my color. I want it to be the same gold as the graphic. Click OK. The blend mode, you want to make sure it's on normal. The opacity, 100%. And the spread, you can kind of play with the spread, as you can see, the spread and the size. Now what I like to do sometimes is add a little noise on it, and the noise basically just makes some different pixelated graphics around the glow. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and push OK. Alright, so we got our backgrounds, our foregrounds, the main graphic, Pimp C, of course, the UGK logo. We got a little background with the urban look on it, with a street scene, with the fence, and another thing is we have the color coordinated together. If you notice, I used a lot of the same colors in the middle and a lot of the other colors on the outskirts. So you want to make sure you have a pretty good overall artwork and layout concept. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is, since we're working with a photo heat transfer, let me shrink this down a little bit. Some people don't like the hard edge of a transfer. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to be able to put a soft glow around the transfer. And all you basically want to do is to go down to your tools, and you want to go down to your rectangle tool. Make sure your color is white, and put a rectangle over the whole graphic. This is the layer right here. I want to right click on it. I want to rasterize it. That makes it where the layer is no longer a shape, it's an actual object. The next thing I want to do is go to my rectangular marquee tool. Click on that. The feather, I want to make sure it's at 20 to 30 px. And then the next thing I want to do is click delete. And basically what it did is it gave me a white glow around everything, so it doesn't give me that straight block look that most transfers give you. Let's go ahead and open this up one more time. Last but not least, the bling. If you notice, I have bling on the glasses. And again, that's in the clip art CD. Open. Open clip art series. Bling. Alright. So I have these stars or these blings individually on the clip art CD, or you can put them together on this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it together. I'm just going to go ahead and move it over to about right there. Looks like about right. Just kind of turn it a little bit. Perfect. There we go. A full design transfer from start to finish using Photoshop CS4. The next thing before we print it is that we have to make sure that the image is mirror image. So a lot of times what I end up doing is just flattening the whole image or merging the visible image. So you click on merge. So it flattens and merges all the images together. Next thing you want to do is go to image and at the top, image rotation, and click on flip canvas horizontal. So that mirrors the image. So when you apply it on a shirt, the image is applied correctly. Go to File and Print. Scale to fit and print.